I guess I'm gonna have to introduce myself again. I think the camera recorded, but the audio did not record. So I've been talking for 20 minutes without any audio. Yeah, that's cool. And the motorcycle shop that used to be here isn't here anymore. So now it's just a driving school. So I'm gonna see if I can So yeah, there used to be a motorcycle shop in the building I just came from. And that's where I bought the AGV helmet. Anyway, I'm gonna roll the intro right now and then I'm gonna introduce myself again. Welcome back, guys. My name is Robert. I started this MotoVlog channel. The reason I started the channel was I have a personal vlog channel that I've been vlogging on for 7 months or something. And I started doing MotoVlogs about a month ago, month and a half. And I thought it was really fun. So instead of having all the subscribers that subscribe to my channel because of the vlog, I decided to create a separate MotoVlog channel, which is the Nordic MotoVlog. So now I'm going to see if I can find that the new bike shop, or find the address they moved to. I'm not 100% sure where it is, but I got the basic area, so I should be able to find it. He said it was a much bigger shop now than it was in the previous location where I just came from. So yeah, my name is Robert. I actually turned 43 years old on Saturday. So yeah, happy birthday me. I started riding motorcycles in 1990. And that's actually when I learned to ride motorcycles as well. I joined a trial club, which started in the area I used to live in when I was a kid. So I joined the trial club, never ridden a motorcycle before, never even ridden a moped or anything like that. So yeah, so I started learning on trial bikes. So I'm no expert, but my balance and stuff like that is pretty decent, I think. So the bike I'm riding right now is a 1992 Suzuki VX800. And this is actually the smallest bike I've ever owned. The second smallest bike I've owned was a Harley-Davidson Sportster 883. I've had a couple of cruisers and a few sports touring bikes. My dream bike is a Triumph Rocket 3. It is. I have a friend who has one, or he had one. I think he sold it. Someone's had a crash, and he had. He did some modifications to the bike. He had a. I think it was a fat bob handlebar and some kind of Harley-Davidson highway peg thing. And he was a little bit taller than me. I'm 6 foot. Yeah, exactly. I'm exactly 6 feet tall, and he was 6'1" or something. But when I sat on his bike, it fit me perfectly. Not only with the handlebars, but also the highway pegs for the legs. Unfortunately, he didn't let me ride the bike. But it was a really, really, really nice bike. Big, beautiful, lots of power, lots of torque. It looks awesome. And I actually like the touring edition, where you have the side panels. Side panniers. Yeah. So now I have to go up to the old road, so I have to turn right. I think that's the quickest way. So I'm gonna turn right here. And then I need to take another right. Then I need to open my visor because it's fogging up. And then I need to take another right. Unless I am completely mistaken. And we get a red light. So I think it's gonna be on my right side, over here somewhere, over a small bridge. I think it's in here. I think. Can't see anything. Cannot see anything. There it is. Yay, I found it. That was pretty easy. So I'm just gonna pop in the store and see if they got a Pinlock visor for my helmet. Hopefully they do. So yeah, I'm back. Finally got a new Pinlock visor for the helmet. It's a little bit expensive, 449 kroners. So it's about $50 I think. It's a bit expensive. Hopefully this one is gonna last longer than the one that came with the helmet. Hopefully, or hopefully the new Pinlock visor is gonna stop all the fogging. Hopefully. So where am I gonna go now? I have no idea. I have no idea. But right now I'm gonna test my new Pinlock. The lady in the store was nice enough to put it on for me, so I didn't have to worry about that. So at least I know it's installed correctly. And she also cleaned the visor for me inside and out, so that's nice. So yeah, no fogging. Seems to be working great so far. But the real test comes when it starts to rain. And we got some blue lights. It's a fire car. And that is why you should always keep the distance to the cars in front of you. You could be driving on a road that you know better than your back of your hand, but you can still get something unexpected happening, like this. I was not expecting a emergency vehicle to come towards me. So yeah, I started recording when I left home. So I rode for about 20 minutes. I think the camera recorded, but the audio did not record. So and I put the audio recorder on hold, which means it locks the buttons, and that can only mean one thing. I basically forgot to hit record on the audio recorder. Yeah, woohoo! This is promising. Oh well, it's the first time I'm using this setup. Usually the other motovlogs I've done, I've been using an old GoPro 3 Plus. It's working okay, but the GoPro isn't waterproof at all. And yeah, it's waterproof when you put it in the case, but without the case it's not waterproof. So in my eyes it's not an action cam. So the camera I'm using right now is it's also an old camera. It's called the Sony HDR AC1, if I remember correctly, and that is waterproof. It's splash proof, that's what they call it. It also comes with a waterproof case that you can use to if you want to record while diving or swimming or something. But I don't have the camera in the case right now. So if it starts raining, it's not going to be any problems, because it's basically designed to be able to be used in the rain. And the camera doesn't have a microphone input. Well, neither does any of the GoPros that I know of. You have to use a dongle, and if you have to use a dongle, then it doesn't have a microphone input. That's just the way it is. A Lada won't be able to go 250 kilometers an hour. Yes, you can put a big engine in it and it can do 250 kilometers, but a Lada still can't do 250 kilometers. See where I'm getting at? So yeah, so in my eyes, the Sony I'm using right now is more of an action camera than the GoPro, because it's waterproof without a case. And of course the big downside is it doesn't have a microphone input. So I really want a well, the action cam I really want is the DJI Osmo Action. That it seems perfect for what I need it for. And yes, you also need a dongle for that one to connect the microphone, but it's only a small dongle compared to the new GoPro. You have to have it. It looks more like a power brick that you get with your computer, and that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, the Pinlock visor seems to be working excellent. I wasn't really well, I hadn't really planned to go for a ride today, but If you ride any kind of motorcycles, you know how it is. You're just gonna go to the store and pick up some cigarettes or milk or something, and you come back 3 hours later without any cigarettes or milk. That's just how it is when you ride motorcycles. But this time I actually did what I went out to do. I got a new Pinlock visor for my helmet. And I also learned where the bike shop had moved. I didn't even know they had moved at all. So I learned something today too. So that's cool. Yeah, the GoPro I have, I had it for several years, 5 years or something. And I only have the one battery for the GoPro, and that's the one it came with. And the battery is surprisingly, it seems to be working pretty nice considering the age. It easily records for an hour. But again, I haven't been using it all that much. And the camera, the Sony camera I'm using right now, was a gift. I got it about 2 years ago, I think, from someone who upgraded their action camera to a different Sony camera. I really don't have too much experience with Sony as a camera. So basically the action camera I'm using right now is my only experience. So I would love to try the new GoPro. I would probably like it. But if I had the money to buy a new one, I would probably just buy the Osmo Action. Hopefully I'm pretty sure the video quality is gonna look, it's not gonna be great, but it's gonna look pretty good, or pretty decent at least. But what I'm most excited about to check out is the audio quality. I tried a microphone in my old Shark helmet. It's a system helmet, but the audio was basically unusable because there was so much wind noise. And the AGV K5 helmet that I'm using right now is the most quiet helmet I have. So I'm hoping the audio is gonna be good. And I'm using an audio recorder called Zoom F1. It came with a lavalier microphone. I'm not using the microphone it came with because it was a little bit big to fit inside the helmet. So I'm using a very cheap microphone I bought from a local store for about $2 or something. But I did some tests in the living room, and it sounded like it was gonna be usable. But I won't know that until I've checked out this audio recording because of the wind noise and stuff. So hopefully it's gonna be good. Yeah, I did order a bit more expensive microphone to use inside the helmet. It's a very, from what I've seen, it's a very popular microphone to use for motovlogging. It's called a Purple Panda. It's a little bit more expensive in Norway because of the import tax and shipping and all that crap. But you can get it from Amazon for $25 or something. I think I paid around just under $30. And then they add the cost for the shipping, and then they add tax for everything. So it's basically the most expensive microphone I bought because of the stupid shipping and import tax and all that crap. Yeah, so the bike I'm riding It's a 1992 Suzuki VX 800. It's in pretty good shape considering how old it is, and it basically looks completely stock. The previous owner told me that the owner before him, he did some work on the engine, so it's been bored out from 800 something cc to I can't remember what he said. I don't think he said how big they bought it out. Maybe 900 or something. I don't know. And they replaced some timing. There's a cam chain in here, so I'm not a mechanic, but they replaced some timing things inside the engine, and they ported the exhaust manifold, the header, and the intake manifold, and some things. So I think in stock it has around 60 or 62 horsepower or something, and the previous owner said this one has maybe between 70, 75 or 80 horsepower or something. It's a small bike, but it's pretty quick to be such an old small bike. It's not super bike fast, and either in acceleration or top speed, but and the throttle kind of feels like a throttle from a cruiser bike. So on a normal bike like a Honda CB or R1 or something, if you just twist the throttle like a couple of millimeters, then you go from 0 to full throttle right away. But this one, you kind of have to turn the throttle probably more than halfway to get full throttle. And when I test rode the bike before I got it, I was kind of like, yeah, it's not a fast bike, it's okay. It felt like I had a Vulcan 900 Custom, which has about 50 horsepower or something. It kind of felt like that. It wasn't very fast, but it worked. And I was basically happy with it. And once we did the paperwork and he gave me the keys, and I had about a 3-hour ride to get home. So on my way back home, I was overtaking some camper vans, and I shifted down 2 gears, I think, and I really twisted the throttle, and that's when I could feel that something had been done to the engine, because it just kicked off. So I was basically going from twisting the throttle a little bit and going, yeah, it's okay, to going, holy shit! It's not super bike fast, but it goes a lot faster than most VX 800 anyway. So in case you're not familiar with this bike, the frame is based from a Suzuki Intruder. The same with the engine and the carburetors. The engine on this bike is from a Intruder 750, and the carburetor is from a Intruder 1400. And I also think they rejected the carburetors as well. So it's not super fast, but it's pretty fast. It's fast enough. So this is basically, I was just going to the bike store to get another Pinlock visor and test the audio and video at the same time. So this is just going to be a simple motovlog today. Well, thanks for watching the video. Not the greatest motovlog video I've done probably, but this was basically just for me to go out and get another Pinlock visor for my helmet and test out the audio setup mainly. So anyway, stay tuned for more videos, hopefully cooler videos than this. So remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And remember to go to nordicmotovlog.com. So every time I upload another video, I'm gonna make a post on nordicmotovlog.com. Because I've heard that even if you subscribe to a channel on YouTube and you hit the notification bell, very often you don't get notified of a new video at all. So if I go on any road trip, stuff like that, I'm going to be uploading videos to YouTube and also be making some posts, pictures and stuff like that on the nordicmotovlog.com website. So thanks for watching. Yeah.